Hello and welcome to Innovating Business. My name is Luke Bonner. I am the Senior Economic Development Advisor to the City of Sterling Heights. This is our first installment where we are highlighting the great companies within our community, and we are starting today with Tweddle Group. I'm joined by Rob Marcott, the Vice President of Operations at Tweddle Group. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Luke.
Absolutely. Can you tell us about Tweddle Group and where are you located in the community?
Sure. Tweddle Group is a Tier 1 information and solutions provider for the automotive industry. Where we're located, our headquarters is in Clinton Township. Recently opened another office here in Sterling Heights, but we also have a global footprint that includes Belgium, Italy, and China.
Can you tell us about how the company started, kind of who the founders were? And
Sure. Tweddle Group is a private company. It's family owned. It's a third generation owner. It was started in 1954 by Edmund Tweddle. Through the years it went on to Mike Tweddle and then recently Andy Tweddle. He is still an active board member, although just recently we partnered with the private equity group.
So family owned business.
Yes.
For a long period of time.
Yes, sir.
So there's had to have been a lot of evolution with business models, with culture, and just the industry overall. And you guys are sort of in the content delivery, publishing world when it comes to automotive. So how is the digital and technology components of what's happened in the industry changed your company over time?
So basically Tweddle Group is evolution, right? So it first started as a print, kit, and ship franchise, and from there print goes away, digital delivery comes in. So Tweddle Group as a culture is doing everything and involving. So when it comes to evolution, let's start with three major components. We got content development and management, creative services, and then most recently product development. So the evolution of our services come from basic brand imaging and illustrations from creative services. Now it's evolved into a complete suite of video edit capability, including audio and mixing. Content development and management has come a long way from just developing information for a print manual and owner's manual all the way to providing services electronically, not only for owners but also dealership technicians. And then most recently product development and service engineering, which brings us to the next level of the digital era. So it takes our solutions, optimizes it for delivery not only for mobile, but all the technology solutions from in-car head development and so on.
So from a consumer standpoint, how often are we looking at Tweddle Group products when we're acquiring vehicles or leasing vehicles?
Yeah, probably every day. Depending on the models that you drive, we provide owner manuals for three major automobile manufacturers, and we also provide service and diagnostic information for aftermarket dealer technicians and dealer technicians themselves for some OEs as well. So depending on your everyday driving habits and what you drive, you probably have experienced our products in one way or another.
So you and I spent some time in the Sterling Heights facility. You took me on a great tour. You got a lot of people working over there. How many people are in Sterling Heights and how many people overall at the company?
Currently the company is about 650 strong, and that's a worldwide footprint. At Sterling Heights we have just under 200 people. Those 200 people are specializing in the information development of the products that we deliver to our OE customers, owner's manuals, and also dealership deliveries such as service manual, diagnostics, labor times, and wiring diagrams.
So you showed me kind of a top secret area.
I did.
From afar and through a window. I didn't get to walk through anything. But you guys are up to some pretty cool stuff over there. So what can you kind of disclose of the types of things that you're undertaking at that Sterling Heights facility, as much as you potentially can?
Yeah, well, we work with automotive manufacturers up front, right? So in that facility, we're developing information up front that helps dealership technicians and owners experience the vehicle at time of launch. So basically, it's all centered around the products that we deliver. We do owner's information, and we also do the service-related stuff in Sterling Heights specifically. Some of the other information that we do that's not directly attached to Sterling Heights, but as part of Tweddle Group, is the creative services, the product development, and service engineering. Creative services help us with brand imaging. They do videos, so a lot of EQRGs, which is an electronic user guide. So you're taking information that would be traditionally in an owner's manual and you're creating helpful hints and videos out of them, instructional design. Product development and service engineering, they help us take our information and make it more portable to the medias at hand that we got, so such as mobile, connected car strategies, in-vehicle helps, which renders vehicle information on the head unit. So Sterling Heights is specific to operations and development of information that is used by creative services and product development service engineering to pipe that information to other medias.
So you guys are really sort of transitioning almost into like a mobile information company, if you will, than maybe what people are thinking in their minds of, the published content that I can put my hands on. You guys are transitioning to a much more mobile, web-based platform.
Absolutely. Part of the evolution is to go with market trends, and market trends is digital. Market trends is mobile, right? So just like most people, I don't have a home phone. I have a mobile phone. Everything's done on my mobile device. Most like automobiles, connected car strategies. You've seen the commercials all over. It's the trend of the industry, and it's a trend that we're keeping up with. We're well ahead of, especially with some AI, some connected vehicle strategies, in-vehicle development or in-vehicle information to the head unit. So that's where our marketplace is going from an OE specific content and other content as well. Again, so we're not restricted to just print. We're not restricted to just delivery to a website. We do it all from mobile apps to AI to in-vehicle help.
You guys recently had a pretty decent sized infusion of private equity into the company. Mm-hmm. You were acquired by a firm. What has that capital done for kind of the future growth and kind of the future direction of the company?
Well, it's all been positive for Tweddle Group and also our customer bases, and including future aspects of our customers, right? So what has happened with that investment in capital is allow us to take our information and optimize it for delivery to keep up with the marketplace and the strategies that we're going after. Part of that is also the Chief Innovation Officer. He's had been able to build an accredited team that's tech savvy, that's going to take us to the next place in the marketplace. Information is often not very portable. That's one of the other benefits of this partnership. We're allowed to invest in the tools and the processes that can optimize our content for maximizing of reuse and allowing our information to be portable to any medium, so we're not restricted.
You have multiple talent needs because you're talking about creative, engineering, and even the tech perspective. What's the biggest challenge that you guys have? And obviously 200 in Sterling Heights, 650 overall. We know from talking to lots of companies in broad industries that talent tends to be an issue. What's your hiring strategy and what's your focus on acquiring talent?
Yeah, so maybe a trade secret, but we'll talk about it, right? So talent in Southeast Michigan is tough. The automotive industry that went through its turn in 2008 through 2010, a lot of great talent either got sucked up or a lot of great talent left Michigan. So I'm sure every industry is dealing or having the same issues, right? We do talent acquisition slightly different. It's a refined strategy, but it's also fairly simple. It's centered around culture, right? Culture is our backbone of our company, and that's what creates us to grow and keeps us competitive in our marketplace. But on top of that, it's also being in the right place, and it's also investing in the areas that you need to invest in, the areas of the growth, and to make those attractive, right? So what we've done recently, some examples, creative services and offices, that group has grown immensely in the last couple of years. So we've completely redesigned the entire creative suite and its services to provide, used to be basic brand image and illustration, a little bit of still video. Now it's a complete suite of audio mixing, video, and brand imaging, art directors, you name it from a video and creative standpoint, we have it, including marketing strategy. The other part is our business development office and our software engineering. Recently, we moved to the Fillmore to put that group in the area where technology is basically king, which was Detroit. That's where the technology is. That's where the talent is. And then most recently, our Sterling Heights office. It puts our operations in the mecca of what I call the OE corridor, right? This is an industrial method avenue in Sterling Heights, and it's where you want to be when you're attached to automotive and you're attached to OEs. It allows us to branch out and find those employees in the areas that we need to find them. So we rely on those kind of untraditional paths to attract talent to our company. Our marketing strategy has a lot to do with that as well, right? So we do a lot of marketing around our culture to get future prospects of employees interested in our company and why they would want to come to work for Tweddle. Not always just the boring go at careerbuilder.com and try to find a job. We're actually marketing for people, making our company attractive, right? To show them why they would want to be a Tweddle employee versus why they would be any other employee.
Right. Let's take a quick break. I want to come back and talk more about company culture and maybe where the future of the Sterling Heights facility and Tweddle overall is going to be in the next 5 to 10 years.
Great.
So we'll be back right after this. Thank you.
People donate all the time to help those in need, but things like clothes can clog up nonprofit organizations and do more harm than good. That's why cash is the best way to make the most impact. Water can be set up for local distribution. Food can be purchased locally to cut costs and to stimulate the economy. And medication can be bought specific to the people's needs. So do your part and let's keep the donation machine running smoothly.
Welcome back to Innovating Business. We're joined by Vice President of Operations, Rob Marcott at Tweddle Group. And Rob is going to tell us why Mondays shouldn't suck at the Tweddle Group. Rob, talk about that slogan and how it's starting to percolate amongst the employees, and what does that mean overall for the company culture?
Yeah, thank you. Pretty catchy phrase, Monday shouldn't suck, right? So it has everything to do with our marketing strategy for our company when it comes to employees and it comes to recruiting talent. As we've talked earlier, that recruiting talent in Michigan has been a tough I think for every industry all about. So we're about Monday shouldn't suck. And Monday shouldn't suck, right? So we're about a culture that creates an environment to where you want to come to work. We celebrate our employees. We want people to know that we celebrate our employees. We ask a lot of our employees these days, especially with the demands on talent. We ask them for a little bit more hours. We ask them for a little bit more dedication, right? So they need to be able to come to a place that knows it celebrates them and appreciates them, and it's fun to come to. So Monday shouldn't suck is our marketing strategy. How do we achieve Monday shouldn't suck? Well, we do a lot of things for the employees when it comes to celebrations, right? Company picnics that are very involved and engaging. We have a fun committee that puts those together. We have Christmas parties or holiday parties that the employees can engage in and do a little unwinding, and it's a celebration of our employees. Some of the things we also do internally every year, we have a Halloween celebration where we have haunted house contests throughout the groups within the building. We encourage not only family members, but also we encourage clients and customers to come to enjoy the Halloween, and they do, just to show that this is our culture. Not only are we here to do a great job and embrace our core values, but our core values is also about fun, and that Monday shouldn't suck. A place that you can come to work, that you want to be embraced as an employee, you want to be engaged as an employee, and you want to be there, right? They're there a lot, right? Employees, let's take it, I mean, you're at the office quite a bit. So Monday shouldn't suck is our marketing strategy to keep our talent, to keep our turnover rate low, to attract new talent to our company. It also goes to locating our place locating our business and our needs in those cities and places that will attract that talent. So Monday shouldn't suck is something that we're launching in 2016, gaining a lot of traction. Some may look at it as, hey, look at Tweddle Group as a week full of Fridays, right? So we do a lot of things that way, right?
Sure.
So we do a lot of things from a social media standpoint as well. So we're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, all about celebration of employees, all about celebration of successes of Tweddle, and all about celebration of our clients. So it's an atmosphere and it's a culture that not only looks at the employee, but it looks at the overall success of Tweddle, and the only reason we're success is because of those employees. And the reason that's true is Monday shouldn't suck. So we come in engaged and ready to work every day.
So you have a creative tech environment at the company, which my guess is probably attractive to a younger generation of workforce. From a recruitment standpoint, how much time are you guys spending on college campuses for a lot of the entry-level marketing type folks and engineering type folks, and kind of who's been the best at that? Who's been the best producer for you in Michigan in terms of talent? Yeah,
so talent-wise, we do a lot of networking, right? We're not the traditional company that goes to college campuses on career day or whatever. However, we've done that type of recruiting. Most of our recruiting comes from networking and marketing ourselves to attract the talent. So believe it or not, recruitment of talent from traditional ways isn't our strong part. Recruitment of talent comes from our networks, the people we know, the people we've been involved in, and some of the things that we've done that just attract talent. There's a lot of talent that we get recruited that we actually didn't recruit at all. They come to us, right? So that's where some of our marketing strategies and our locations have come to aid us. As far as school talent comes, from an operations standpoint, I'm probably the heaviest in that type of recruiting because I'm looking for technical folks. So I partner with people like CMU to get technical information people. But other than being on a college campus, doing recruiting from colleges, we don't do a whole lot of that. A lot of it comes from our industry, our network, and where we know people are, and then that's how we recruit our talent.
Let's just end on a couple of notes. Let's talk about the market that you guys are in a little bit more and sort of how you're differentiating yourself from competitors, which I assume this is a fairly competitive area. Let's talk about that, and then why don't you close on what the future of Sterling Heights is going to look like for you guys in the next 5 to 10 years. Now you've acquired your building, you actually own it and don't lease it, so you're going to be there for the long haul. So tell us kind of the differentiation feature in a competitive marketplace and what we can expect Sterling Heights long term.
Yeah, what differentiates us from the others? Our solution providing. We constantly innovate. So what we're doing for our customer base is constantly innovating. We don't wait for them to ask us for innovation. We innovate on our own. Kind of like a try to put yourself out of business kind of mantra, right? We innovate so much and bring it to the customer that we constantly keep them in the trends, in the marketplace, and innovating for them, because we don't want to be asked to be innovators, we want to innovate. Sometimes it comes at a cost, but it's an investment, it's not a cost. So you invest in not only the future of your customer, you're investing in the future of Tweddle. Sterling Heights, we're not going anywhere anytime soon. Sterling Heights is almost at full capacity since I opened it in March of 2015. We still have some capacity to put some operational development in there. However, as we grow, and some of our biggest areas of growth, as mentioned before, creative services, which is part of the reason, along with product development and software engineering, is part of the reason we moved to Sterling Heights or acquired the building in Sterling Heights, did a refurbish on that building and put operations there, because the creative suite needed a place to go, right? They needed expansion, and we used our headquarters, Clinton Township, for that expansion. And we wanted to move our operations somewhere where it was centrally located. So if you look at our customer base and you look at our location at Sterling Heights, we have a central location now. We also have a central location for future prospects, for customers. What is the future? Well, depending on how much we grow, and as we grow as Tweddle, as we create more market strategies and we get more connected car and we're doing more artificial intelligence and even some augmented reality and moving the needle in the industry trend, there's a possibility that all operations might end up in Sterling Heights. We may be looking for another building or additions. It's hard to tell what the next 10 years will come, but our growth strategy is pretty aggressive. Our award in 2015 for the fastest growing companies, I think, kind of proves that. And we've also received a similar award in 2013. So our growth strategy, aggressive, our customer focus, top notch, our innovation for our customers is second to none. So Tweddle Group is here to stay, and we like our location in Sterling Heights. To make a mention of Sterling Heights, we're attracted to Sterling Heights for a lot of things. The industrial corridor, for one, right? We talk about that talent. It all comes about talent, right? Talent makes you great. Talent makes your customers great. That's here in Sterling Heights. The economic growth in Sterling Heights is pretty impressive. If you see it over the past few years, and I don't know all the details, but it's very attractive, not only from an industry, but also from an entertainment and residential area. It's a nice place to be. It's a nice place to have a business. The other thing is working with the city. Now, working with the city was a pleasure, I'll have to say. Everybody's been through code, everybody's been through inspectors, everybody's been through this if they've done commercial residential development. Sterling Heights was not only helpful, but they were a partner. They almost took ownership that this is a part of an industry that they wanted to grow and a company that was coming to Sterling Heights that they wanted to be a part of. They were helpful, they were timely, and they were cooperative. So hats off to Sterling Heights, the building commission, fire marshal. It was a pleasure working with them, and we're glad to be in Sterling Heights.
Great. I'm glad you mentioned that at the end, because my working with the city and their departments, everybody takes a lot of pride in the work they do. Very, very professional group through all of those departments, building, planning, and so forth. So glad you had that experience. Very happy to have Tweddle Group in Sterling Heights, without question. It's been fun talking to you today, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
For the first installment of Innovating Business. And we'd like to thank you for tuning in and appreciate your time, and look for us on the next installment of Innovating Business. Thank you.